Before we get this started, I really want to quickly give everyone here at Roundtable is Magic our thoughts and prayers out to what happened over recently in Orlando. It was a very tragic event. We hope everyone there is healing and everyone is recovering. And yeah, that's about it. Just wanted to really quickly give that out. So yeah, let's get on with the show. Greetings, every people. Is this your cult of personality here too?
Nipple clamps!
Really?
Are you serious? Are you actually serious?
Nice!
Oh my god, Key, I hate you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nipple Clamps.
Oh my god, are you serious?
You boys have your nipple clamps on!
Okay, yeah, greetings there, peoples, your cult personality, ToonKritic's name, tuned to the name of my God dang it, Keith.
Come on, where's the professionalism here?
Oh, you are one to freaking talk. Oh my.
Fine, if you're not going to do it, I am.
No, you sit down next to me. You sit down.
Okay.
Welcome back to Roundtable is Magic. You know, the little show where we take a look at episodes from Season 6 and onwards, and it's probably going to be changing once the hiatus is coming up. I am, of course, ToonKritic, you know me. I am not alone. I am, of course, joined by the little shenanigan giver, Keyframe.
Death to Candyland!
Yep.
I like that game series.
Yes, but you know, they're the reason why diabetes exists. We need to build a wall to keep those Candyland people out.
Oh, great.
What are you, Donald Trump now?
No, I'm Conald Trump.
Okay, that works. There's Golden Fox.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing?
We have Voice of Reason.
So, for those who read the comics, who thinks that Zesty Gourmand and Praiser Pan are actually related?
Ha!
Haha!
They might be. And we have a Lightning Bliss.
Zach is a milkshake stealer. Hide your sprinkles, hide your cream.
And we had a poll last time to determine who would be the guest on this episode's Roundtable is Magic, and that winner is FinnThePony.
British Ninja!
I'm sorry, Key, how do you spell British Ninja with FinnThePony?
FINNINJA.
I am a Finja.
Finninja.
He is known as
Speaking name.
Finn.
OTP.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi there, Finny!
So, yeah, before we get this...
milkshakes.
Milkshakes for everybody. Yeah, before we get this little thing started, if you notice down at the little... Oh, thank you for following Nelson Demifur. If you notice down below, I recently ran into a bit of a financial issue with some stuff, so I'm currently trying to get out of that, but the reward, if we hit the cap right there at the end with those last $50, Keyframe and I will review the Lego Scooby-Doo movie.
And if we go $100 over the gap, we get to review Franken-Creepy, the best Scooby movie of all time.
Yeah, so that's how that's going to go. As always, donations are completely optional, not mandatory. I want to make that clear every time we do this. So, finally, let's get on to this. Oh, Manic Bulb, thank you for following. Today's episode, Spice Up Your Life, a RariPie episode that surprisingly has not gotten slammed with people saying, "Oh, that's racist, that's stereotypical" with the characters. I've looked all over and I've not seen that pop up yet.
No, they're focusing on another thing that they don't like.
Which I'm sure we'll probably get to. So, as usual, roundtable rules, we discuss what we liked, what we didn't like, pass it on. So, I'm going to hand this off to our guest, Finn. You just pick one thing you liked, and then you pass it on.
I really, really like the musical stylings of this episode. Like, not even just the song, even though the song was spectacular. Like, there were subtle hints of exotic instruments here and there throughout the entire episode, and it gave a really interesting feel to it. So that I really enjoyed that. That's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I love that a lot of the acoustics, because usually you hear guitar as some of the background music or a harp or something. They used a sitar for it, and sitar is the most underrated instrument ever.
That could.
Was that it, Finn?
And it's definitely.
Well, you said one thing at a time, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yes. Then you pass it on.
Okay. I'll pass it on. I'll pass it on to Bissy.
Do you know?
Okay. Okay. What was that?
Nothing?
What was that?
Nothing, you just...
What'd you say?
I didn't hear what you said,
Bliss,
so...
I said Blissy is a super awesome, cool person, and I
That
love
is not
her
what you
very
said.
What did she say?
I said you're a suck-up. But you know I mean it with love. I mean that you suck up all the happiness, all the sadness.
Right, nice recovery.
Now who's being the suck up?
Yeah.
Nobody likes a suck up.
Alright. I liked the new pony designs of this episode. It feels like every episode they're coming out with a new design, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, in regards to, what's her name? Help me out.
Saffron.
Marsala?
Saffron?
Zephron.
Saffron.
I liked her and her father's design. Her style was basically the same as any other MLP mare, but her nose was slightly different.
She looks more like a G3
narrow.
pony, or like one of the older
She
styles.
looked like a more ponified version of those delegates from Saddle Arabia.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I kept thinking, are these what their sisters look like? Are they from Saddle Arabia? Well, but the leaders of Saddle Arabia looks nothing like that, so I don't know. But, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean they are all like that, but who knows. But yeah, and then you have the design of the critic herself, and that just sent a chill up my spine just looking at her.
Her outline color was so bright.
It was so stale. Like, everything around her was so... Oh. That's what they were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I like the new designs, and I will pass it off to... Okay, Keith.
Way too big.
Yay! I loved Pinky in this episode.
I knew you were going to go for that.
Well, this episode doesn't has so much to love, except for one thing. And that thing ruins the episode. But, gosh dang, Pinky has been the best that she's ever been in this season. Every time she's on screen, she just does something good. It's like, she's the strong, like, in Gift of the Mod Pie, I would say that her and Rarity were both pretty balanced on, good with each other. But Pinky just pulled everything through in this episode. Like, it makes so much sense why I think it's also just the relatability, because I've been to those fancy restaurants and stuff. Yeah, they have no idea what flavor is. No one does the conga line with their spices or with the stuff in there, and just how blunt she is with being like, "You mean food that tastes good?" And I'm like, "Yes, Pinky, thank you." It's good to see her like. Because we've seen in like previous episodes how her not knowing how to word things and being so transparent that she has caused problems.
She was pretty spot on throughout this episode, though.
Yeah, like how I'm just saying, like, previous examples of her being transparent and saying stuff of things, and it's just like her actually being so transparent in this episode did to her favor. And now I'm going to pass it off to the the only, often imitated, but never duplicated.
I'm waiting for it.
Genie?
British Ninja!
Voice of Reason.
Oh, hi. So, I put this on Twitter. A couple people sort of also. This was a massive improvement on MLP Micro Series number 4 featuring Fluttershy. Just on the moral alone, because the moral in this episode, it is your right to have an opinion, but it's not your right to force it down everyone's throat by your standards. I love this message, and I'm glad that they fixed it from the bull crap that was in the Fluttershy Micro.
Yeah. Totally.
The main thing, the critic didn't change his mind this time and try to conform to everybody else's standards. She kept her ideas. Just everybody else sort of went away from it because they didn't want a critic to dictate what the overall popular opinion should be.
Right. It's like the difference between Rotten Tomatoes versus IMDb.
Yeah.
Also, if I conclude, I'm actually surprised like Zesty didn't even at least try the food. Just because it was different, and that was something I noticed, because if like comparing it to, I want to say, the food critic in Ratatouille, at least he
I was thinking of that too.
First thing I thought
was
Ratatouille, like, huh? And when he found out that a rat made it, it changed his entire perspective on like how to giving criticism by not just from who makes it, but how they make it.
Yeah. But in this episode, it was like, oh, hell no, I'm not eating that stuff. I'm out of here.
But, yeah, a million times better from the comic, and I shall now pass it off to the person in the red hat, Golden Fox.
What?
Red
What?
hat?
How does he even have a red hat?
Voice is going after my own heart. Okay,
Chuck Reason.
say your
Okay,
piece.
I actually want to expand something more about the moral, and this is actually why I really, really like the episode. And that is,
guys.
oh.
No, continue.
Okay, but yeah, I just think it has a really, really good moral, and just the way the episode like demonstrates it, just by that one critic who was so self-entitled that she doesn't even bother to taste the food and walk away. To a degree, this also, like, this is a bit of a personal one. It kind of reflects on the analysis community, and that some people kind of think that we're being self-entitled when we're kind of not, but there are some people in the analysis community who do become a little too self-entitled, myself included.
Yep.
And I'm so guilty of that, but that's why I say constantly to anybody who thinks this way, like, if there's an episode that I hate but you love, that's fine. I'm not going to be like that one pony. I forgot what the critic's name is.
Zesty.
Zesty.
Wow,
Zesty.
something.
It's not even... Yeah, but anyway... wow, I just got a little distracted right there. No, yeah, it kind of does, because there are some... Like, there are even names that I could call out on who are so self-entitled, but I'm not going to go there. But that's why I actually like the episode. I like that they went in that direction. And who shall I pass it off to?
I think there's only one person left.
All right, pass it off to
He is
Brady.
AFK.
I'm right here. What was that? I didn't even hear what you said.
He said there's only one person here, and he said, "Oh, I'll pass it off to Blissey."
No, he said British Ninja.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
You did you're a good boy, baby. Toon, I think you're the only one left.
Okay, so I'm guessing we already talked about the conformity part of the moral.
Well, yeah, Brett was talking about the moral where, not to conform to one's opinion.
Well, I guess
You can expand on it.
Okay. Before I get that started, hashtag Saffron is bae. Because I know so many people fell in love with Saffron. I found that great.
Saffron pie.
I can see that. I approve of this shit. Let's roll with
They
that.
have poofy. They can be poofy haired together.
Okay. I really liked the message here about conformity. I do want to expand upon that because I liked how they were able to do it in this episode. I like how Pinky took the side of just being yourself versus Rarity, who took the side of conformity itself. What was cool, though, is how Saffron and Coriander were able to work things out. It wasn't obvious or predictable how they went out about it. And my whole thing about conformity, it is always best to be yourself. It's best to not put on a show or a persona that's not really you. I mean, you can do that if you want, but it's not genuine. And while people are more accepting of something, I guess fake is the word, it's better to be yourself. It's better to put on something natural because it feels good. It feels more relatable, and people will see that. The way they handled this episode was amazing, and I was a little bit worried midway through it. If we're going in reverse, I'll expand upon that. But seeing how the episode basically swung back right around the end, it's great to see these two being able to work things out. Not just Saffron and Coriander, but also Pinky and Rarity. So are we going in reverse?
Yeah, let's go in reverse. What is the thing that you disliked about the episode?
Part of my language here, but Rarity, you are a dumbass.
Oh! Well, yes.
Okay, remember Rarity, all the nice things I was starting to say about you? I was getting, you could have a few more episodes, fine, I understand that, but now you're getting a little bit too much, and now this one episode just made me facepalm. I'm just like, are you actually kidding me? Rarity, you're not that stupid. Okay, conforming completely, stripping away everything about that restaurant that made it unique and just making it like everything else is the worst thing I've seen since Sweet and Elite. And that's really bugging me because I could not stand Sweet and Elite. I could not stand her decision in there, and this one I think is just as bad. So Rarity, you get knocked down a peg for this. Sorry.
Right. Okay. Golden, you're next. What did you not like about the episode?
Okay, most of which this is kind of like irrelevant towards people's most biggest complaint towards this episode. But what is the name of that one pony? She was in Canterlot Boutique.
Sassy Saddles.
No, not that one. She was a customer.
Oh, that cherry-haired girl?
Yeah, I really despise her. First off, she rejects the changes that were in the dress and just completely goes for the sake of what is it called again?
Conformity.
Yeah, conformity. And she's so stuck up that she's so close-minded to just say oh, I'm waiting until it has a rating. Oh, thank you. You're so supportive to the main six.
Hey, Fox. How about you put it like this? Her reaction is basically, I don't like change. I'm just going to stick with what I know. I don't like change.
Change!
I'm pretty much
everything must remain the same.
No, I'm going to say this right now. She is worst background pony. She represents...
I like her design.
She has a nice design.
Everything is a certain way, I'm not going to take it, okay?
Yeah.
So, that's my complaint.
Pass it off to Voice.
Yep.
Okay, first of all, suck it, Sketchy! Pinkie Pie was better than Rarity this episode!
Oh!
Somebody dropped the mic!
Honestly, Voice, I'm gonna have to agree. Pinkie Pie was the hero of this episode.
I'm doing the yes chant currently.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Okay, but as for thing I didn't like, hard to say. Again, I really did like this episode, and again, Rarity while I do agree that Rarity was acting kind of out of character for this one, I think the thing I kind of dislike, and it's weird, it's actually on the critic itself. I'm in this weird place of really loving to hate her, and then just that unnecessary, that unwarranted straw man heat. I'm kind of torn on whether I like her or not as the antagonist, because like I said earlier about the whole with the whole criticism argument that it's nothing unless I give it a rating. It's yeah, screw you, lady. But on the other hand, I kind of admire that I admire her character because oh god, I'm just trying to put this into. I'm just trying to put this into words, like not just like not just her design, because like her whole design, her whole color scheme is just like gray, which I find ironic because her first name is Zesty, which means lively.
Quite the opposite. That's ironic.
But
the irony.
But yeah, it's like I'm kind of like stuck in the middle on whether I should really like this character because she's so much of a straw man, or I should hate her because she's the straw man because we need one for the story to work. So yeah, I'm kind of torn in the middle, like whether to like this or not, or whether to like or hate it. So that's my negative for the for this. So pass it back to Key.
Here we go. This ought to be good.
I'm backing up.
This episode, I would say, and you need to let me finish my point for you to truly understand what I mean. This episode is the spike at your service of season 6.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Wait for it, in what I mean by that. My opinion on Spike at your service is that everyone was at their best except for Spike. But the fact that Spike was so bad, it pretty much deterred most of my liking for the episode, even with all the good stuff in it. This is this case, but instead of Spike, we have Rarity.
I think I see where you're going at.
Wait, are you actually going to agree with me on something? No, I'm going to let her finish.
See, with Spike at your service, the main 6 were on point. One of the best Fluttershy's presentations. I really loved the Timberwolves. There was a great idea behind the story, but Spike was so bad. Here we have Spice Up Your Life. Pinkie Pie is great. The whole idea and moral of nonconformity in the face of doing what you love. Retreading of Canterlot Boutique, but I don't mind. The new characters and their dynamic is something so real and so good. But Rarity, especially since one of the best episodes of Season 5, which is Canterlot Boutique, completely blows all argument of Rarity going for this conforming title out of the water. With the bluntness of her lyrics in the song.
We didn't talk about
like,
the song. Crap.
Saying like, no, you have to be the same.
I actually should have brought that up when I talked about
you
the
have
music.
to be the same as everyone else. And it just doesn't make sense. Rarity is not Sassy Saddles. Rarity is a designer. From the beginning of Canterlot Boutique, when she started to feel the strain of the princess dress, she knew that she did not like this. She does not like conformity and mass marketing. She, since the beginning, is someone that respects individualism. She puts that in every one of her designs. Suited for success, for example. So her having this thing of being so gung-ho about conformity, even though she herself, who tasted the freaking food at these crappy restaurants, knows that this is not good by any means of the word, except in the mind of this one pony. A pony that has high social standing. But if we look at Sweet and Elite has the being as popular can be song, right?
Becoming popular. Yes, that's it.
As we learned in Sweet and Elite, she learned the lesson of just because of social standing, you should not go back on your morals. And this episode completely takes all those lessons that Rarity learns, or that Rarity already knows as part of her character, and just kind of shoves it aside.
Thank you! Somebody besides me saw this! And yet everybody was telling me, well, she was just doing what was right for the restaurant. The restaurant needed 3 hoops, so they had to conform. Rarity was doing the right thing.
To me, it's just like, this episode could have been really good and shown the strengths of both Rarity and Pinkie. And in the 3rd act, when Rarity finally stopped doing this conforming stuff, she was really good. But the fact that we had to go through 2 acts, with the second act being extremely long, of her being like this, I didn't feel like I was watching Rarity. I was watching a bad fanfic writer's interpretation of Rarity.
Oh, dang.
Thank you! Yes! Thank you!
I'm sorry if that seemed extreme or hyperbolic, but given that Rarity is my second favorite character, right below Pinkie Pie, it just kind of felt so wrong to see such a creative type character that I respect for that reason go completely against everything that she's done thus far in the series. Especially with something as recent as Candlelight Boutique.
Which is interesting. Yeah, that really is interesting, because wasn't Candlelight Boutique's thing about not having everything be the same, so this episode completely contradicts that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what was making me so angry, and everybody was like, no, because she was just doing what was right for the restaurant. The restaurant needed to be rated, and the only way it could be rated was to conform. But the whole time I'm saying back, but this goes against her morals. This goes against everything she's represented in the last episodes, which was not to conform, but to be yourself.
Personally, I feel
And you remember in Candlelight Boutique, she was making magazine covers. She was wildly popular. Everybody was wearing her dress, but that's not what she wanted. She wanted her creativity to flow free. That was the whole point of the episode.
Exactly.
Personally, I think the episode would have been stronger if instead of Rarity being the one to go for the conformity thing, it was Saffron's dad.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that one of the things I really liked about the episode was Saffron's dad and Saffron's interactions with each other, because they did feel like a real family. They really
had that family dynamic.
They had a really good family dynamic. However, it's like, it would have been good to see, instead of just the pessimist inside of Coriander, we also see that while misguided, he wants to get this rating to make his daughter happy. And then you have the daughter who, which pretty much is Rarity, creating for the sake of doing the thing that she loves. Not just for the rating, just for doing it.
Which is like 50% of her character.
Yeah, so I feel like... Yeah.
Can I, if I may? I think...
Yeah, I'm done with points.
No, I think what would have been interesting is if this episode was instead about Rarity and Sassy Saddles, and Sassy is the one that does what Rarity does in this episode. And then Rarity is the one who does what Pinkie Pie does.
That could have worked. Would have been a great way to bring her back. I mean, I still give the episode a respect for bringing back the map, so we actually have something that goes over 2 seasons. But it's just like, I feel like this episode could have been great with RariPie, because they both have aspects about each other. They're both creative ponies that express uniqueness. But the thing that I feel like it's like, even though we've seen that Pinkie does have practical sides, of course, with the Pinkie Cave and stuff, it would have been good to see them cooperating with each other, of Pinkie being the very spontaneity-based person and doing stuff without a plan. And Rarity is the one that actually knows how to do the plan. She runs 3 different stores. So seeing them butt heads over that and maybe lose sight of what they were trying to do, that could have been even better than what we got with Rarity. And I don't know, I really want to like this episode, and that's what makes me mad, and that's why I say that this is the Spike of Your Service as that, because I wanted to like Spike at Your Service, but Spike was so bad that I couldn't.
Now you know my
besides
feelings
me
on
understands.
a magic sheep.
Wait, what was that?
Exactly.
I said, now you know my feelings on Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep.
So I pass this on to Bliss.
Okay. Yeah, normally I would have said that I am one of those who actually did not like the song, but I'm not going to tackle that. I'm going to tackle the very, very beginning, which everybody seems to be missing. What the hell is going on with the map?
Yeah, I was curious about
What
that.
is going on with the map? They said at the very beginning, Twilight and Starlight noticed that the map hasn't been sending them on any friendship missions lately, and they are concerned. So they whipped up a stove, the 2 of them, and zapped on the table, and the map reappeared, going all glitchy at the same time, to establish where Pinkie Pie and Rarity were to go. My question is, why did they have to do that? Why did they feel the need they had to do that? Is this going to be a plot device in the future? There is no explanation for this. Why would they force a map that is that is like directly connected to the Tree of Harmony in a way to force it to tell them where to go for another friendship mission. Why did they do that? Where is the explanation for all that other than, oh, we haven't been on a mission in a while, so we think there's something wrong with the map. So we create a spell to fix it. Like, how do you know it's broken? Details! Just explain!
I mean,
Snaps unplugged.
I could say that maybe one of the reasons is the after the cutie remark, how the map kind of got blasted by the spell. But I mean, like, that's not even a good reason. That's just me thinking of stuff that's happened to the map before. Yes. My other headcanon sort of thing is that I think it's trying to adjust to the fact that there's another person added to the equation. But we won't know until after the hiatus when they take the time to do something to explain it.
The thing is, though, it is a magical map that is created by the Tree of Harmony from that chest, and that it has magical properties I don't think either of them understand, but in their right mind think it was a good idea to put a spell on it to make it work. In my opinion, that was not a very smart idea, and I am assuming there's going to be a big plot device in this later on. But
it's kind of like the Elements of Harmony during Hard Reset, where they had to use a magic spell to keep them from blowing up.
I don't know. I just don't understand why this suddenly was dropped in our laps, and it kind of went over everybody's heads here. I noticed, like, nobody's addressed it until now. And it's driving me nuts because I'm one of those who likes to pay attention to the fantasy and magic of the MLP world. It's what tends to keep me the most entertained, the most. And when something goes off, the inconsistency,
it annoys you.
It annoys me, yeah. And I want context, I want closure, and I'm just hoping I'll get that.
So
how is Twilight going to find out with Twilight?
I don't know.
What are they going to figure out Twilight and Twilight at Twilight's Castle?
But, so, now that we got through your point, Finn, what was the thing that you disliked about the episode?
Real quick,
well, ToonKriticY is still in.
I just really wanted to say one quick thing. Voice, I guess you could say that in some cases this episode was not best for business.
Oh. Oh, wow, you went there.
I went there. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, Finn.
Well, Toon may have stolen Pussy's milkshake, but Key stole the thing I didn't like. Rarity was also my major problem in this episode. Here's my whole thing. Rarity is my least favorite of the main six. I'm going to say that right now.
Ooh.
Not because I hate her, not because I think she's a bad character. It's just every time I see her in an episode, she doesn't leave any major impact on me, even especially with her earlier appearances. And with this episode, she just felt like a plot device. I mean, you have Pinky, okay? She's the creative one. She always has the solution, even though it doesn't seem like it at first. The same thing happened in Lost Treasure of Griffinstone, when Rainbow tried to go for the obvious method, while Pinky thought outside the box and tried to come up with some sort of solution, in her own way. But Rarity and Pinky have the same creative dynamic. It's like, why would you even bother putting Rarity as the opposite end in this episode if it has nothing to do with her character? Like you were saying before, why not just make it a father and daughter thing? Why not have the daughter be the one who wants to keep the restaurant the way it is, and have the father be the one who wants to get the good review? Because in the beginning, you see he's very bland. It's like, oh, nobody shows up. Nobody comes to the restaurant. That's why all I do, I don't even host. I just put the chairs up. So if you had those two as the main things, and you had Rarity and Pinky sort of on the sidelines managing the problem, that would have worked out a lot better. So my main issue is, Rarity is, as much as I know about Rarity, she's completely out of character in this episode, and nothing that she did, conformed with what she usually did.
Oh. Hang on. Call seems to have derped. Give me a sec.
And he's the one with the live stream, so...
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Where were you? What were you saying, Finn?
I was adding to his thing that because of this episode, Rarity is no longer tied for second with that AJ. She's now back in third place for me because of this episode.
I know. Huge step. She would never left the bottom spot in my opinion, but huge step down for her in this one. I mean, Ken or La Boutique, I wasn't a huge. I mean, I liked the episode. It was a good episode. The moral was what really stuck with me because I sympathize with Rarity. I know about the whole thing about sacrificing your creativity for popularity is usually not, forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. What do you call it? Just sacrificing your creativity for popularity is one of the worst things you could do because the more that you focus on trying to be popular, more people are going to want more of the same thing. Your creativity is going to go down, and you're just going to end up miserable, and your work is going to diminish because of that. But that's exactly what she's doing here.
No, I get what you're saying.
We had a very interesting discussion today.
Yes, we did.
We can all agree Rarity is worst pony. Anyway, let's sum up the...
Finally, someone conforms with me.
Let's all conform. This episode's all about conformity. So, in an ironic twist, let's all agree that Rarity is worst pony.
Let us all conform
No.
For today's episode.
For today's episode,
Yes.
okay.
For today's episode, yes.
Even though she's not the worst, but... Okay, so I think we're at the end here. So, now comes the ranking time. Where did we put this episode?
Yeah, I put the Roundtable's Magic ranking in the chat.
By the way,
Wait, what?
I just wanted to add something. There are 2 2s under my name.
Uh-oh.
Under 2 where?
There's 2 on Crystalline and there's 2 on Saddle Row.
Same thing with me and Flutterbrudder and Saddle Row Review.
Oh, I think you just gotta edit that before the end. Yeah. By the way, Finn just sent Sega a request to edit.
Sure. Let me get that real quick.
Yep. Hi, honey. I can't see you because I'm not in the Twitch page.
Where is Sega?
Let's see. I think this episode goes above. It goes above Applejack's Day Off.
Alyssa, thank you for following. And thank you to the other people who have donated during this. We're almost there. I think we're about 35 off. Yeah, 35, so.
Not bad.
It's actually not bad. I was surprised that we got anything, so.
Oh.
People need to get. Hey, people who give Toon money on these streams, go and give me money. Every dollar that you pay is another dollar in my PayPal account.
That is true.
Okay, I got the
I was
invite.
gonna say give me money, but I'm saving up for other stuff. So don't send me money.
Hopefully you'll get to go to Pacific PonyCon. Because, actually, speaking...
I love to go to Pacific.
That's actually a good thing, because for those curious, and this is the question for the chat. Pacific PonyCon 2017. Hopefully, if Voice is able to come, this will be the first time that we have all 5 of the Roundtable is Magic people together. So my question, would you like to see a live Roundtable is Magic panel at a convention? Let us know in the comments below.
That would be interesting.
And also, since you guys have made it this far, the question for today's podcast episode is, what are you guys going to be doing, or what would you like us to do now that we're on hiatus?
That's right. Yeah, we're on the hiatus for the first half of Season 6, and we don't know when we're getting it back.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And if you made it this far, type in Harem Boy Golden for the win.
What the fuck?
Oh my!
Nice.
Oh my!
Yeah, there was
I just got butterfly stomachs by you saying that, but then again, I brought this up.
You're my harem boy.
I brought this on myself, didn't I?
You're the one who decided to dress up like Jasmine.
Yeah. Let me.
Good. I get to be the genie then, or Aladdin, or whoever.
Prince Toonie out of the sea, Toonie Abamwa. Strong as 3 regular ponies, definitely. He's a regular
okay.
He did all the collabs. Worked with Silver at Babs.
One of the few that can work with
His
the red
OC
and black
may be
OC.
bad, but he's Toonie.
Pritza leads to critic is he, Alia Bob.
Oh my god. Are you seriously doing this?
He looks whack in red and black, definitely.
What's the holiday?
Oh, it was that meme that was like in 2012.
Oh, is that the thing where everything was shaking around?
Yeah, one person was going like, and then
Oh
it was
my-
like, and dude on Harlem Shake.
It didn't make any sense to me what it is. It was so nonsensical, and
I think that was the point.
it was just meant to be non sequitur.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
What
Finn, you're on
was
the
that
guest
of it?
stars on the guest stars tab.
Oh, okay. Where's the guest?
So,
star?
Toon, what do you rank
just-
this episode?
Hang on. Where is the guest stars tab? I did not see it on here.
It's at the bottom.
Oh,
There's
at the
regular roster, guest stars, cast list.
Oh, I got you right here.
Yes. Click that one.
Oh,
Okay.
guest stars.
And is this out of 10?
I guess currently 11 since we have 11 episodes.
So this is my personal standing on the episode out of the current
Yes. Out of all the episodes, how would you rank them?
I rank this episode at 6.
Actually, that's is that what I ranked it to? Hang on. let
I
me
may
look
need
at
to
it.
fix this up, but
Oh no, I have it at 7.
it's
So
almost okay. It is nearly unanimous that we think Hearthswarming Tale is the best episode so far, and Newbie Dash is the worst so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
Totally
Even though I
disagree
personally think
with
Water
that.
Brother and No Second Princes are worse.
Eh.
Really?
Yeah.
I ranked this one at number 10. I'm sorry.
I just realized this is the first. Is this? No, this isn't. This is the second or so Pinkie Pie episode. Of so far.
The first one was Gift of the Mud Pie, and also a Rarity episode, ironically enough.
Yeah, everybody seems to let. How many episodes has Rarity gotten so far?
Let's see.
1,
Mud
2,
Pie.
3,
3.
3,
4 if you count Applejack's Day Off.
4.
Not Rarity, man!
Yeah, I never thought I'd actually say this, but please, can we get something other than Rarity?
Can we get a Rainbow Dash episode that's not bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're running out of ideas with her. I think since the Wonderbolt arc's kind of run its course, they're kind of running out of
We
ideas.
need to have an episode where her and Zephyr go on a date.
No, please
Oh
no.
my God.
No.
Fine, where her and Soren go on a date.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's better.
It's-
Okay, let's see. I might give this.
I have a full birthday cake badge on my DA.
Now,
Congratulations.
Now, since you guys are curious about what we should do during the hiatus, let me tell you something right now. We are going to continue doing Roundtable as Magic through the hiatus. However, we're going to do it on a every other week basis. So there won't be one next week, but the week after there will be. And that one, we're going to be doing something a little fun. I've already talked with him about this. I want to see what you guys think about this. The next Roundtable is Magic. We will be discussing good and bad background pony OCs. With...
Bum, bum, bum.
Can I get a drum roll, please? With... Mummified from Your OC Sucks.
Nice.
Yeah!
So stay
Yes.
tuned for when that happens. Thank you for making it this far. Thank you for watching. This has been a lot of fun so far. I can't wait till when we get back to episodes. But for now, go ahead and check out our Twitters and stuff. You know, Golden Fox, Keyframe, myself, Voice of
Give
Reason,
me
and
money.
Legolas.
Yeah.
Keyframe and Bliss have Twitches of their own and Picardos, so check those out. And as always, if you would like to be notified whenever we do roundtables or gaming streams, which I do on Tuesdays and Fridays, go ahead and give a watch or subscribe below, so that way you'll be notified whenever these streams go on. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for coming out to this. We will see you in the next episode.
Bye! Bye-bye!
Bye.